Here we have a beautiful example of a 2011 Subaru STI Limited. This one only has a tad under 48,000 miles, pretty low mileage. It's 2024, and most people, average 10, 12, 15,000 miles a year. So a 2011, 2024 would generally have probably almost 100,000 miles at this point, or 80 or 90,000 miles. This is a really nice example. If you have that inner boy racer, you want some fun on your daily commute, you want a practical vehicle to drive and commute in, but you want something that gets the blood boiling, then look no further than the Subaru STI. 2011 is a great year for the STI because it got a number of upgrades. They stiffened the suspension, they lowered the ride height a little bit. So basically the 2011 STI got pretty much all the suspension upgrades that you saw in what they had in 2010. The previous year they had a special edition version of the STI. So this one pretty much got all those upgrades on the special edition standard on the STI. And of course the limited trim level, which this one is, has this nice leather interior. We have a moonroof, heated seats, and this one is slightly upgraded. I don't think this one has any major upgrades to the engine. It has like an aftermarket airbox, a catback exhaust system. We have a Cobb shift knob. We have a programmer. Sounds great. I love the sound of these boxer Subaru engines. I had a 2002 Outback Sport with those unequal length headers. It just has that nice, rumbly bomber sound. I'll rev it a little bit. Nothing sounds like a Subaru Boxer engine. A lot of fun to drive and very practical. Of all-wheel drive, this is great for the wet, slippery weather in the Pacific Northwest. But it's also very fast, 305 horsepower, 0 to 60 right around 5 seconds. And for 2011 marks the return of a sedan version of the STI. When this generation first came out in 2008, it was only available for a hatchback, but in 2011 they sold a hatchback version and a sedan version like this side by side. The sedan version actually has a little bit better aerodynamics and has a 3 mile per hour higher top speed than the hatchback. I think it's like 155 mile per hour top speed. Of course, we have the adjustable throttle response of the SI drive. You have the adjustable center differential exclusive to the STI version. That's that extra goodies that you get that you don't have with the WRX. This is basically a street legal rally car pretty much. Automatic dimming mirror, universal garage door opener, integrated compass, automatic climate control. The interiors on these things are pretty much down to business, nothing really fancy. But it's what's underneath. It's the engine, the powertrain, the suspension, the amazing all-wheel drive system. That is the magic of these STIs. This thing's in really nice shape. A lot of younger people are gravitated toward these STIs, and they can be used and abused. But this one looks like it's fairly well cared for, fairly stock. Has a few slight upgrades on it, but this thing looks like it was pretty well cared for. Runs and drives great. Has a nice full chip guard on the hood, and then the chip guard on the fenders goes all the way down to here, keeping the nice front end clean of stone and rock chips. Real functional hood scoop going right to the intercooler. So it looks like we have an aftermarket strut tower brace. We have some aftermarket items here. Looks like we have like an aftermarket radiator cover to cover the belts. Looks like we also have an aftermarket battery. And then of course we have a Cobb aftermarket airbox. Aside from that, you have the programmer and a catback exhaust. I think that's the extent of the upgrades. Nice light aluminum wheels with Brembo brakes for amazing stopping power. Tinted windows. We have some great promotions going on right now. Complimentary delivery to Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. We can put this in our car hauler. We can tow it to you. So over a mobile delivery service, this beautiful example of an STI can be all yours without leaving your neighborhood or your driveway. There we have the catback exhaust system. Obviously this came factory with a dual exhaust system, and they went down to the single exhaust. Kind of like the look, love the sound. And on this side, where there usually was an exhaust pipe, it looks like we have like a tow strap. And then of course with the sedan we have the big boy racer spoiler. Love it or hate it, I love it. Absolutely cool vehicles. I have a soft spot in my heart for these Subarus. They're just so much fun to drive. Life can be boring, your daily commute can be boring and monotonous, but this will definitely add a little spice to your life. It'll put a smile on your face, especially when you hear that wonderful boxer engine revving. Thanks so much for taking the time today to watch this video. Hope to see you soon and have a wonderful day.